I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. We have with us Chris Johnson, and I'm really excited to have Chris on because Chris has so much as far as accomplishments that I'm going to need him to help me with his resume. I know that he's beat the Olympics, and that's just the start of it. So welcome, Chris.
Thank you very much, my friend. I
Tell me a
appreciate
little bit
it.
about you. Oh, pleasure to have you here. Tell us a little bit about yourself as far as, first of all, your accomplishments, and then later on, we're going to talk about how you seem to have a lot of pride in the people you're training now. You said you got some of the in the top 10 of the world as far as upcoming. So let's hear it.
I was born in Jamaica, and I moved to Canada when I was 8 years old, and I have three brothers. There's four of us, and when I came to Canada, my three brothers were already boxing, so it was inevitable for me to get into it. So my oldest brother Greg taught me for about 2 weeks, and he brought me to the gym and pit me against one of his friend's brother, and I beat up the brother, and I was like, I like this. So I from that day, it was something that was in my system. And
Nice.
you know, I'm very fortunate. I had a really great trainer in Arnie Beam, who has passed on, who trained Lennox Lewis, you know, the heavyweight champion of the world. So, I mean, I had a great upbringing for the sport. So came up in a great time.
Yeah, I've been doing a bunch of interviews lately of boxers and of MMA fighters and whatnot. And what strikes me about you, you seem like a big dude. And a lot of these guys are small. I mean, what do you come weighing in at when you're fighting?
When I fought, I was 175 pounds. But at the Olympics, I fought 165. And professional, I fought 175. But now I'm about 220 pounds. So I've beefed up.
Okay, all right. Cool. So when I mentioned to you about the Olympics, you told me there were a couple of other things that you accomplished also, right? You got a bunch of things to your belt.
Well, I won the 1990 Commonwealth gold medal. I won the silver medal at the Pan Am Games. I won a bronze medal at the 91 World Championship. So I medaled at every competition that I've ever been in. So those are the great things about the boxing.
Wow. You never walked away from a competition without a medal?
No, sir. No, sir.
Was always first place or not necessarily?
No, not always first place. I like I said, I won the silver at the Pan Am, the bronze at the World Championships, and the bronze at the Olympics, but I always walked away with something.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Do you get paid at the Olympics if you win?
No. Now they do, but not in my days. Now they do. They get. Back in the day, like other countries have gotten paid, we're getting paid, but not Canada. I think Canada. I don't know what to say. I think Canada is a step back from everybody else. We're too, laid back. We're just too much laid back.
Well, they give you the free healthcare and stuff, so maybe they figure.
I guess that's it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That is really interesting. Now it's funny, you're like a proud father because when we were talking the other day, as much as I was trying to push on talking about you, your mind is on your fighters. Like you really, well, what you got going on over there?
Well, I mean, at the end of the day, I've done what I was supposed to do. And I think that the biggest thing that a person can ever do, like an athlete can ever do, is to carry on and is to share what they've learned. And I've always been a believer from I was young. From I was 10 years old when I started the sport, I've always believed in helping out and giving back. And so I give back. My time is done. Now it's time to build the fresh and the new. And I think it's another generation. And so I'm just happy to be a part of it, that I stayed in the sport and I'm giving back.
That's beautiful, man. Yeah, and you're not like punch drunk. You got your wits about you. You can do your thing. You got.
I don't know about the wits about me, but sometimes
well,
I have my moments. You catch me at a good time.
Oh God. Oh man. So let's hear. Give us one name. Give us an example
Yeah,
of some.
I have my number one fighter now is Chann Thonson. He has a twin, and he's 14-0, and he's ranked in the top 10 in the world right now. So we're looking forward for some big moves from him this coming year.
And what level is he fighting at?
He's a professional, and he's in the lightweight class. He's in the 135 pound, and he's ranked, like I said, number 10 in the world.
Gotcha. That's amazing. Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
we got to keep a lookout for this dude. You know,
Yeah.
I'm not sure if I told you, I used to fight a little also, not professionally, but
Mhm.
I think what most people don't know is that you walk around 10 pounds heavier than your fight weight in general.
Yes.
So when you were saying
Some like Roberto Duran, 40, 50 pounds.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, you always have crazies, but
Yeah.
so when you were talking about like 165, you're like a 175 walk around, and then when you were fighting 175, 185, so that's like pretty standard average weight of
Well,
of an adult man. That's not too crazy, not too little.
what I had said to you is that I fought 165 as an amateur in the Olympics, and I fought 175 as a pro in the pro ranks. Yeah,
Right.
I was usually 15 to 20 pounds up when I was fighting as a professional. When I wasn't fighting, I was 20 pounds up in weight, and I had to lose that for when I fought. So I'd be around 190, 185.
Gotcha. You have any proud moments, any famous fights that or any competition that we would recognize?
I'm gonna tell you a story.
Good.
I think it was 2001. I was in Phoenix, Arizona, and my trainer was Tommy Brooks at the time. And Tommy Brooks was training Mike Tyson at the time. And he told me Mike Tyson is going to be in camp, right? And I'm excited because, Mike was the biggest thing in the 90s. He was overwhelming. The end of the 80s, he was like the biggest thing. So my chance to meet Mike Tyson. So I didn't know when he was coming in, but he so happened to come in the gym when I was sparring. So I heard a hush come over the room because I had to stay focused so I didn't get hit, lose all my marbles. So I knew when Tyson was in the room, so I just kept sparring. And then after the round ended, I saw him. I was so excited. So I had to spar like 2-3 more rounds. Do you know Mike Tyson stood and watched the 3 rounds of sparring? And as soon as I was done sparring, he came over to me and he said, "You're a beautiful fighter. You got all the skills in the world." And man, Mike Tyson saying that to you, that you have a beautiful fighter, you have all the skill in the world. That's probably one of the most epic times of my life.
Crazy, man.
Yeah.
That's like recognition from your idol. Wow.
Yeah. He wasn't my idol. My idol was Sugar Ray Leonard.
Okay.
I grew up with Lennox Lewis too. So like that was a big role model in my life.
He was
like,
no joke.
Yeah, we came up together like through the amateurs. We had the same trainer and everything. So I really looked up to Lennox my entire life. So
That's incredible. Yeah, that guy was a beast. He was an absolute beast back in the day.
Well, he's in the top 3 in my top 3 heavyweights of all time ever. So you have to, at the end of the day, you have to respect it.
Yeah, I believe that. I don't even know if saying that Lennox Lewis was underrated is even a thing, because I think people realize this man was no joke.
He was a giant. He was a giant. He was huge. And usually giants like that are not as skilled. They're not as agile. They're not as fast. They're not as fluid. But for him, God made him in one mold. Just somebody different.
Yeah, well said, man. Well said. So now when you were fighting 175, were you fighting light heavyweight or were you fighting any type of heavyweight?
Light heavyweight, yes.
Okay. Because, I was at 187. I was fighting heavyweight, and I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not doing this. So I dropped 5 pounds in 3 weeks
Yeah.
so that I could fight middleweight. My trainer, Starrett City Boxing Club, I'm sure you heard of it.
Yeah.
But in Brooklyn, it was
Them boys hit hard. They might not hit you often, but when they hit you hard.
I did not want to be in heavyweight anymore. And my trainer was like, yeah, but they hit hard in middleweight too. I'm like, I'll take my chances.
Yeah.
I was guys 240, 260, hitting like cranes. Wasn't fun.
Yeah.
You figure out every which way of getting knocked out. Things turn white, things turn black.
Yeah.
You're seeing all kinds of colors. But
100.
anyway, this has been a pleasure having you on here, man. Thank you so much for stopping
No,
by.
thank you. It's my pleasure. My pleasure.
I really appreciate it. Right.
If you need me ever again, just please call.
Thank you so much.
All right. Have a great day, my friend.
Thank you.